Hey guys, this is the second episode of the Unveiled Podcast. I'm your host, Meagan Murphy, and these are my co-hosts, Ansane and Laura. And today we're kicking off the second episode with the question, why the fuck does the truth hurt so bad? What do you guys think about that?
I think it's going to be a good topic.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I really love that.
Ready to dig in.
Well, it actually evolved, it birthed itself from the horrible first episode that we did at the very end.
Yes.
We ended with the question of why the hell does the truth hurt so bad? And we were like, that's it. That's the second episode topic. So,
I mean, let's start off the truth. Where does it begin? Where do we, when we're first child, right?
yeah.
Starts with that. And we're growing up being lied to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
By so much. There's just a blanket over everything, making it perfect.
Well, look at Santa.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Santa. I mean, I know it's like all in good fun, but like, I remember whenever I found out that Santa wasn't real and it like totally shocked the shit out of me. And I was like, why the hell were my parents lying to me all this time? You know, like what,
You know
what
which
were
one
they
actually-
getting out of this?
Yeah.
Which one actually really scared the crap out of me was the Easter Bunny.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Why?
It's a freaky thing. A giant bunny, like,
What
Come
about
on
the
now.
tooth fairy now? Coming up in your house,
hey, she gives money. I'm about it all day. Let's start ripping teeth.
stealing your teeth.
But the Easter Bunny brings chocolate, and chocolate's good.
The American dream.
Well, that's why you came here.
Ah.
Okay.
Right? To experience the American dream, right? I mean, yeah. What is the American dream?
I mean, your basics. Get married, have kids,
Yeah.
and live happily ever after. Does that ever really actually happen?
Mm.
I mean, everybody has their own way of perfect, but when we're viewing what perfection really is and what we're being told, it's not the truth.
Right.
And
I also think that we fall in love with the potential of things, and that's sad because when I was younger, I was like, when I'm 25, I'm gonna be married, have 2 children, I'm gonna be so happy. Joke's on me, I'm 27 now. Nah, not in a relationship, no kids, and now I'm like, wait, what step did I miss? Because this potential dream I had when I was younger is like, what?
Yeah. And then you start like questioning your own worth
Yeah.
because you're like, well, I'm 41 and never been married,
Yeah.
So I did have a kid finally at 38,
Yeah.
but I was feeling those same kind of feelings at 36.
Yeah.
Hell, I've never been married. I've been asked. It's kind of my fault why I haven't
Yeah.
been married, but also it's like you start to feel like there's something wrong with you,
Yeah.
because you aren't.
Yeah,
You're
'cause
missing
other
the
people-
mark.
Yeah, and other people have that, like they're married, have children, and they're so happy. And then it's like, but
or
What
you
happened?
do what I did.
what did you do?
You get married
Okay.
and you try to do it.
Okay.
And then all hell breaks loose because for so long you think that that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're with the wrong person,
Mm-hmm.
but you're lying to yourself every day that
Yeah.
that's the right person for you.
I think that's kind of how I felt with being engaged and everything. Like, it was just like, is this really is this really supposed to be like this? Yeah, and I think if you have children, it makes everything a lot more harder.
It is.
Oh yeah. And then like you stay in the relationship because you have a kid with someone. You try to make it work
Yeah.
because religion and all these
Well, and you
societal norms
You
tell
don't want
you.
to disappoint anybody
Yeah,
either
right.
because that's what you grew up. Like disappointment is everything. You want
Yeah.
to disappoint your parents, disappoint your family because the old way is divorce is not a thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or when you grow up in a home that had a divorce, like myself and you,
Me too,
and I
yeah.
think you did too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Then you're like, okay, what the hell is wrong with me? Then you start putting worth, I guess, what are they? Post-its on
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, well,
That's
my
good.
dad and my mom separated, so I guess love doesn't exist,
Yeah.
right? Or
Exactly.
at least not for me because my parents it didn't work out with.
Well, then
you
we
know?
all have to start from the bottom again in our 20s, like late 20s. Start from the bottom, start climbing the ladder again, trying to actually find what life is really about,
Yeah.
what
Right.
truth is out there and what is meant for us, and not one thing in the world that's meant for everyone. Like we're all different, and we
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
have that's your way of perfect, is once you find your true self,
Yeah.
and then you can start finding that family, that love, that
Yeah.
love yourself, and then start climbing up the ladder from there.
Yeah.
So, but I think it goes even deeper than that, Meg.
Oh, it goes real deep. I mean, I'll even tell y'all, like, I was thinking the other day, I was like, where did this cliche start?
Yeah.
The truth hurts. Where did this start, right? And then they showed me this visual of Jesus being nailed on the cross,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And they showed me, like, maybe that was the moment that cliche was instilled for humanity, was
Right.
that, he was the truth, right? Like he is the example of truth in human
Purity.
form, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like they had to get rid of him. They
Mhm.
had to kill him. So that just automatically puts this, I guess, what would you say? Like
Pressure.
the what?
Pressure.
Yes. Pressure, or just the normality.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Right.
makes it normal that the truth hurts,
Yeah.
right? Let's all three of us dig
Mhm.
deep and kind of unveil what a personal truth of ours is that has hurt us before, or something that we're still. No, I want this one to be a personal truth that we have gone through, that we had to admit to ourselves, and it hurt us, but we had to do it in order to survive, right?
Anyways.
Yeah.
So mine will revert right back to kind of what I was saying a little bit ago. But I grew up, my dad was really, I don't want to say hard on us. I mean, he was moderate parent, single dad for a while, and my grandma helped raise us. And I grew up watching a lot of Disney movies. I'm a movie fanatic. But seeing that there's always a happily ever after, that's always been like my goal in life, like have a
Yeah.
good family, right? Okay. So
Hopeless romantic here.
yes, yes.
I think all of us are a little bit like that.
Yes.
And as I got older, I believed in fate 100%. I still do. But
Mhm.
when I was younger, I was just careless with
Yeah.
my mind and my heart and my soul. Like I just wasn't a hoe. I was just giving my I was just giving it away though. Like I was like, all right, here's me, because that's just how I am at the end of the day. It's like, here I am
Yeah.
on paper, and trusting somebody else to be the same way. I met my daughter's dad in Myrtle Beach when I was young. I mean, we were just walking on the beach together with a couple of friends, and it was funny. We passed by each other and all of us looked at each other and we were like, oh my God. Well, later on, we're at the beach eating spaghetti on the beach, like having a good time. You think this is real, like charming, whatever. So, we end up hanging out, staying in touch with each other. And then a few years go by, I graduate high school and we end up talking again. And he lived 4 hours away from me. So I drove, he drove, and we moved in together. Perfect, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, you found it. It's there.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was so much drama, a lot of fighting. We did love each other. We tried for 6 years, got married, had a kid actually first, and then got married. My dad was always just like, this isn't right. So I just, after we got married, we were only married for 11 months.
How old were you?
Oh, God, I was like 23.
That was the first
23.
mistake, probably.
And I had my daughter at 21.
Yeah.
So you think that you're doing everything right and it's going to work and you're going to fix things. And at the end of the day, like, unfortunately, it didn't end like that. We walked away from each other. And I, moved back home and rebuilt myself. But for me, like the underlining of that was I thought that that was supposed to be where I was supposed to be. And maybe I was for my kid. But at the end of the day, like we grow up realizing that movies aren't real,
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
and it sounds cliche now, but back then it wasn't like that.
Mhm.
So,
It's true.
Yeah. So pretty much like you had to face the truth that just because you have a kid with someone and you did get married, that
You
it
said.
doesn't mean it's your actual truth.
right, it
And
does not.
and you had to leave the situation.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of mine would probably be like my addiction to the story.
Okay.
Like my addiction to this, oh, I was born in the struggle,
Yeah.
so I got to stay struggling or whatnot. And then also, I guess my truth that I'm struggling with still is addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Addiction to cannabis, having to smoke to relax, addiction to biting my hands whenever I'm nervous, right? I guess that's the truth, is that I'm not willing to face that maybe these things are just part of me, and
And accepting them.
yeah, and
Yeah.
accepting it, and then maybe it'll fall away. It's the fact that I'm like, oh, I've got to quit smoking a joint here and there, like I've got to stop to be a pure channel so I can bring in this message for everybody. But it's like,
It's who are you?
yeah, it's like,
And
what
it's
if?
and it's who you are.
Yeah.
And know that it's okay.
Yeah.
You're doing the best that you can. As long as you know that you're being as honest with yourself
Mm-hmm.
that you are, I feel like that's right there, the truth.
Well,
'Cause you're-
and I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, and then one of these influential spiritual leaders that I follow came on, and he was talking about how cannabis is the most misjudged drug out there, right? And like he said that it's about intention with it. And like if you actually hold an intention when you're about to smoke, like, and then it showed me the Indians back in the day.
Oh, wow.
How they would sit around a fire. I mean, that's the first image I got. And how they actually used smoking as a tool to connect to the higher realms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here saying it's wrong, it's bad, I have to quit, I have to be a pure channel, da 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 da. And it's just like,
And society does the same thing.
Yeah.
There's two sides of it, obviously, but what side are you?
yeah. And I feel like I just need to accept the dirty Megan.
I think you need to
if it is
forgive-
dirty.
You need to forgive the version that you have in your head, and then you need to forgive the real that you have, the raw. You have to forgive that part of you
Yeah.
and accept it because it's there.
Yeah, and stop like just trying to force myself to be there already. This spiritual thought leader image that I hold in my mind, like I have to take that off the pedestal, and just kind of be like, okay. Oh, here's an example, real-time example. I was scared to death to post
Mhm.
my raw self on
Yes.
TikTok the other day. Okay. I was
Mhm.
so afraid. It took me how long? 4 weeks?
And who did you call?
I called you right after, but it took me 4 fucking weeks to get the nerve to post about myself, like who I
Yeah.
really am in this mission and the unveiled and like
Yep.
what's all unfolding here. And I'm going to tell you all right now, my dad judges me immediately after and tells me that I cuss like a sailor. I can't, you shouldn't be doing that on a public forum. And I'm like, but this is what this is all about, Dad.
Yeah.
It's about me not being that polished.
You got to stop worrying about being judged.
Yeah.
You got to stop worrying about it. I mean,
And I told him, I said, listen, thank you for the training. I did. I said, I was bawling my eyes out too.
I
mean,
literally told her, I was
yeah.
like, this is a challenge. This is
Yeah.
what is going to be what you're up against
Yeah.
every day with yourself and with other people, because people are going to say, oh, Megan's crazy. Oh, this
Yeah.
is not how things should be done. But who's to say that?
Yeah.
Right.
Who's to say that?
Apparently my dad.
Well, you know what?
Sometimes
he clicked that heart real fast, didn't
sometimes the closest people are our worst enemies.
And I
Like-
look up to him.
I get that, but like sometimes you need that to grow as a person,
Yeah.
because you need that because you're in your comfort zone and you need to be pushed.
Well, I told Laura, I said, I was like, they hit me with my dad. I was like, I'm so afraid what people are going to say about this in the comments, right? But they hit me with the one person that I would have hated to be, judged by. But yeah, I mean, so I'm going to keep cussing and, and until I'm polished, I guess, because I'm going to choose presence over being polished. Girl. Because that's what's happening here. I mean, that's what the Unveiled's about, right? So if I say cuss words, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Don't watch me.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm at with it now. So
follow your path.
Yeah. Well, what about you?
My truth, or
yeah, like what's a truth that you had to face, that hurt, but you either are still facing it or you got through it?
I think my hurt started when I was 6 years old and my parents got divorced. I think obviously you're so small and you don't really know what the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my hurt started at that point because I felt alone while my parents were dealing with their situation on their own also. And I didn't have any siblings. I don't have any siblings. So I was really alone. And then I think that's why I struggle with relationships at the moment also, or like me as growing up, because I would go for people that's not really good for me, but I would try and like convince myself that they are,
Yeah.
and I can make them better even though I can't. Shit.
It's okay.
Give us an example.
I don't wanna talk
Yeah.
about that.
Ooh, your nails look amazing.
Did you try to change? You try to change people, and what happens?
How did you try to change them?
I would love them. I would care for them. I would motivate them.
Cook for them.
Cook for them. I mean, I don't know.
That
I
doesn't
would be
seem like changing someone. That just seems like being yourself and loving them.
I guess,
right?
yeah, but like you would think that if you get all those things from someone, that person would actually like
So
be like,
being
you
the
know what?
perfect.
Yeah, like, and which is kind of terrible because the perfect person for you would accept you just as you are, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't try and convince you that you're crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's my truth, and I still struggle with it. I definitely am better than I was, I must say. Like, even if I look at my past self in December,
Mm-hmm.
she was cuckoo, maybe. But this version of me, I can see the signs early on, like things that I would previously like overlook and be like, you know what, that's fine, it's okay, it's nothing. Now it's like, I see you, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck with that. So, so I can definitely say I am in the middle of it, and I just need to like keep pushing, because as soon as I do see the signs and I realize it, I'm not gonna like tell myself, you know what, just keep your rose-colored glasses on. Like, that's not real. You want love, so I'm not doing that. So
Yeah.
Something else that helps with that truth,
mhm.
trying to make sure that you're staying on that path in your situation, was the list that I had you made.
Yeah, that's so
Did that help
true.
you a
Oh
lot,
my
right?
word.
What
Yeah.
list?
Okay, so
Let's kind of start this from the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, so in my whole time that I've been here in America, I haven't really been dating. Like, I've been single for like 2.5 years. But I had to like
Let's undercut that one.
yeah, I had to like deal with all the trauma, I think, and like heal myself and then love myself again too. And then Okay, so here in America, I know there's a thing called situationships, and I felt a victim of that in December with someone who was a criminal. I didn't know that, so. And then January, fell a victim again of someone that's just an asshole. So, but I met Laura, which was good. And so I was like, okay, after that, I was like, you know what, Laura, I don't know what I have to do to like find someone, or like, I don't think I'm that terrible. Like, I feel like I really bring a lot of shit to the table. Like, I'm like, I don't ask a lot from anyone, really, I don't. And I think it's because I was younger and I had to like show up for myself all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Laura said, okay, so take a pen and paper and make a list. And I was like, okay, it sounds a little stupid, but okay, I'll do it. And then I made a list, and I was like, he needs to be Christian, kind, loving, supportive, not use steroids, because that's also a thing that people use here. No smoking, because I just don't really like that, and I don't be like around that. I'm not against it, but that's my person I don't want that to be with. No love bombing, no narcissism, no mental abusing, like all these things. And it like, there's probably more that I can't think of now, but there was a lot of, my list was my whole page long. And I started with like, oh my word, Laura, this is so stupid. Are you sure? And then I was like, okay. And then I sent her the picture, and my whole page was full. And I was like,
how am I ever going to find a man?
Like, I don't think there's a person. I don't think there's a person that literally exists like that.
There's not.
Really not. But I can try, and I have been trying, and I must say, it's really hard. But it's okay. I mean, I know
sticking to that list,
like
will help you form. Like,
exactly.
Okay, I get. Like, people always say, "Oh, you had said it to me in my dining room, and you said 3 red flags." And that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
and I did that.
What about 2 red flags and that's it? 1 red flag and that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't have to give people 3 chances. Like, I don't have to.
That's always been the rule, though. Like, rule of thumb. 3
and it might be stupid if someone said, that's a ick, or that's my red flag. Like, I just don't like that. And I feel like you should stand on business, because that's.
You're going to live with that. If that's the person you end up with, you're going to live with them. You're going to have a baby with them. You're going to marry them. Like, whatever you decide, like, that's going to, if it works out at the end, you have to deal with whatever that flaw is.
And the things you look over in the beginning of a relationship are the things you would leave at the end of the relationship, because you'd be like, in the beginning, you'll be like, you know what, I can fix this. Like, this will be not a problem. And then at the end, you're like, what? Right. Like, I actually had to. Like, you had to lie about me for people to not like me, but I had to lie to people about you for them to like you. Like, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, what?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, I think I have training wheels on, and I'm doing better. So, yeah.
I feel like it can kind of be. You're walking kind of a thin line, though, with, oh, well, here's a red flag, here's a red flag, here's a red flag. Like, for me, I'm the type of person, I'm like, okay, I don't like this about someone, but what the hell am I doing to attract this from someone? Right? So, like, I've been with someone 20 years, and my ego's been telling me he's the problem for 20 fucking years. Yeah. Literally. But now that I'm looking at it and I'm peeling back the layers and stuff, I'm like, well, wait a second. What's my part in this? You know? So, and I'm seeing that I've kind of been the majority of the problem, although I was seeing them as the problem, right? So it's kind of like, I think love shouldn't have a bunch of conditions on it, like true love. I feel like, yes, you have things in common, but say that guy is the most amazing person in the fucking world, but he smokes. Are you going to walk out on that guy? Because you see what I'm saying?
1 red flag was allowed.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like, I understand the soul tool you're giving her. I get it and I love it. And I understand what you're getting from it too, but I just don't want you to go the other way. Like, because I feel like you are in a habit of, okay, this guy's going to be a douche. this guy's gonna be a fucker because that's what you've been dealing with in the past?
I mean, yeah, but
No.
I don't do that anymore. Like I've
Yeah.
given people chances and I've tried to like look past it. Maybe I am the problem, but I do think
No,
like
I'm not
they're
saying
also
you're the
no,
problem.
no, I know, I
Yeah.
understand, but I do think they're also the problem, mostly because I'm very like I do not expect a lot of people. Like I honestly just be upfront, like just be upfront.
And that's the problem a
Yeah.
lot of people have. And we're
Yeah,
going
like
right back to that circle of truth.
Yeah,
yeah, like
it's the same
is-
thing.
it's just so
being
hard for them.
honest.
Yeah, like why lie? Like just be fucking honest.
Can you give me an example of how one of them lied? Like, can you tell a lie, like, of what they did? Because I like dissecting things.
There's a few. Laura, you
Give me
spit one out.
one. Give me one, please.
Do the criminal guy.
Okay, so
The criminal guy. Well, I mean
Yeah.
that one, okay. I mean, a criminal guy, yeah.
okay, so being from South Africa, we don't really have like full on criminals walking around. Like, or you can like Google someone. You can't Google. You probably can, but those things won't come up on the internet on them. So my host mom I stay with is a lawyer, and she always gets down to business because she's like a mother hen to me. And so I tell her about this guy I met up with, and I'm like, he is definitely like amazing. I think I'm gonna marry this person. Like literally, like he was perfect for me. I thought, okay. I get home and I tell her. She's like, so what's his name? And I was like, okay. I give her his name and his surname. She Googles it.
Why'd she Google it?
She's protective.
She's protective.
Oh, just
and
like
it's
a-
really
okay.
good because for me, being like an outsider, like you can really like I literally one time met up with someone for coffee and he had an ankle monitor on. Like he was on house arrest. I did not know that. Like what? What? I know. So how would I know that? As like an
Right.
outsider, like how? And so anyway, so that
And you're like,
that's
how
been
am I
our step.
attracting it? Too.
Yeah, and it's not like I've been looking for that
I
because like
know.
what?
Like, hey, give me all the criminals.
And
guys.
she, yeah, literally, I was like, I must have a banner on my head and be like, hey, try me. This
The big
will
arrow.
me. Try it. She does not know. Okay. And then my host mom Googles him and like, he's had like domestic violence things against him
Shit.
and owes money to people or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, so my host mom found these things and I'm giving him the chance to like tell me, like, just be fucking honest. Oh, that's not real. It never happened. I was like, oh, okay. That's funny. Because the Google says that. And, you know, like,
The Google
don't,
says
like,
that.
Google don't lie. So
Google
I was
does
like,
lie.
okay.
Google does lie.
I mean,
but not
like,
with permanent records.
not perfect. Like,
I know.
That does not
I'm
happen.
teasing, but
So and literally, she literally just opened Google. Like, it wasn't like a program she used. Like,
No
it was
background check.
solidly Google. Like, Ansanai, why did you not Google it? I was like, I didn't, what? And
We
so
don't do this.
I was kind of love bombed in the beginning, and I was like, he was like saying, if your host mom didn't do this, we would have been married now, and blah blah blah. And he was just really toxic. Like he was just really terrible. And so I feel like if he didn't have to lie about that, because I mean, like I had the proof. Like it's not like I was like what?
yeah.
Just be honest. Like, and he was literally blaming his previous girlfriend, and that's how he went into situations. But that literally just opened my eyes because I was like, yeah, it's easy to be fooled. And yes, I know I have all these lists that I have to go like around about, but also being in a relationship is really like a big thing to me. Like I feel like you can have sex with anyone, like it's the easiest thing on earth. And I don't like that's a connection I shared with someone special, and I wouldn't just do it with anyone. So I think that helps me have the list that I have because it helps me find the person. Yes, the person might have like
Sift.
yeah,
Sifting.
exactly, like sifting through
That
this, yeah.
keeps coming up.
And that was our
Yeah.
remember that was I think that was one of the first sermons we watched. At
yes, I
Elevation.
just
Oh,
brought
yeah,
this
you-
up the other day.
About the whole dad
Sifting.
thing.
Yeah, like
Of
and
sifting.
some people would think it's shit. Like, okay, you're so full of shit. You just expect too much, and that's okay. That's not my person. Like I
Or you have higher standards.
Is that a bad? That's not a bad
I
thing.
don't think that's
I don't
thing.
feel like that's a
No,
bad
because
thing.
I
No.
do feel like I worked so hard to be this version of me. I'm not just gonna let a fucker fuck it up.
Right.
Because it's so quickly for them to crumble you. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I do not need a man to treat me worse because I can treat myself better.
Yeah.
If they don't bring the shit to the table, I don't want it.
That's true.
Right. So it sounds like your standards are just being higher than what they used to be now. And and there's
definitely.
nothing wrong with that.
Because I've started loving myself and like I know, like I've forgiven myself, my past version. I've forgiven her because I know she was a little girl and she was hurt and she was confused. She needed love. So all this shit I went through, like I needed that.
Yeah.
Probably not as hard, but I needed that.
Not as hard, not as many times,
No.
but yeah.
Yeah, like definitely I do think it might be like, okay, she just wants too much, but that's okay. Like I do think it's normal that some people aren't criminals or, don't smoke. Like I'm not against it. Like I'm totally not against it. My whole dad's family smokes. Just me and my mom don't smoke. So
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I just
It's preferred.
yeah, it's just like a thing. Like just because I know how I am. Like you can smoke weed, like do that. That's fine. I mean, like cigarettes.
Oh, I can't
That's
even
what
be
I
with
mean.
a cigarette
I know
smoker.
because I can't. Like if I have to have that taste in my mouth, I'm gonna be. I don't like that. And that's what my list is about.
Yeah.
And also like not be a social drinker. Like you don't have to drink every fucking night.
Well, I
Like,
don't want an alcoholic either. You know,
Exactly.
and
So-
I don't want a
No, thank you.
crackhead.
No, thank you.
exactly. You don't want a project that you need to fix. Like nobody
Right.
wants that, and that's
Right.
my.
And we all should
guidelines.
be working on ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, mid-20s is
Yeah.
realization needs to hit you. And hey, I need to start walking the path I'm supposed to be on,
Yeah.
and trying to work on that person.
Yeah. And let go of the reality that people have shaped for you. Like
Right.
that's not true. That's not reality.
And I think that's what this whole episode is about, is like understanding that is
Yeah.
that, and actually not the whole episode, the whole entire podcast is about that.
Exactly.
It's about unveiling, stripping back all the masks that were actually put on you.
Yeah.
So you can find your God path, your true path. Because I know I haven't been walking my God path for 41 years.
You've been questioning it.
I've been questioning it for 41 fucking years. And now, like, I think that's why I'm being called to do this, is to help others get out of those loops and those mental programs that were instilled in them, so they can get on that path
From the moment we
and
were
live the guided
born.
life. Yeah, exactly. Well, Wayne Dyer said it the best. He said, it's like you get pregnant, you have this baby, God gives you this blessing, but then as soon as the baby comes out of the mom, the parents are like, oh great, we'll take over from here, and then everything that they grew up with and all that gets transferred onto you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you don't know what. I just wish it wouldn't have took 41 years for me to get to.
Who
at
says
least this,
timing is
but-
an issue, though,
Yeah, you
girl?
shouldn't. Yeah, there's
I'm-
people that's like in their 70s that now like walking every day, like going to yoga, like old ladies, like they do like
Timing is everything, dude. Like you have to understand that it does not matter how long it takes, as long as at the end of the day you're finding where you're supposed to be. And sometimes people go a whole lifetime and don't find that. So guess
Yeah, and
what?
that's
What
what I don't
happens
want to do.
next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Don't feel bad that it's taken you 40 plus years to find it, because you're doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
And
doing it
getting
now.
better. You're not getting worse. Like if I have
Right.
to look even at the version of myself December, like what? Even a year ago, like I was like
Who was that?
if I had to go home now, like after being here in America for almost 3 years, if I have to go home now, I'm so different. My friends that I have usually hanged out around with, all married, have kids, like I would not even have a place there, like
Yeah.
I only have my family. But also if I had to meet that version of myself now, I'd be like, you know what? good fucking job. Like, honestly, like
Yeah.
it's not easy. It's obviously for no one easy, but like, if I can see that I am doing better and I'm doing a lot better and I'm not back, like I didn't take 5 steps back,
Mm-hmm.
then we are winning.
Right.
Yeah.
No matter what everyone else
It's a
says.
win-win-win.
Yeah,
As long
it's
as we're not
about
regressing.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
about timing, because here I am 27, you're 40.
41.
You are
33.
So I mean,
Yeah.
like, might be terrible for you guys, but it's like it's a
Told you.
learning curve for me, because I'm following, you know.
Hey, you're
all I
lucky.
can
And you're
say,
playing. No, you guys are playing out through me. Like,
on Sine, all I can say is
definitely.
learn from your elders.
I am, and
Right.
That's why.
But I'm not the elder to learn from. Listen to this one over here.
I know, but
I'm
that's
still
how
in the
we-
thick of it.
that's how we help each other. I think
Yeah.
We
that's
do.
that's
And
it's
we all have
helping a
different
lot.
views on things too,
Yeah.
you know. It's
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
nice. At what point do you start to discover the truth and start to make that change?
As soon as you need to, because it's for everyone different. As soon as we let go of the reality that people has shaped for everyone, we can accept our truth for what we really are. Yes, and let
But
go
a
our
lot of the
picture.
population doesn't even realize that they're under this spell, right? So
Yeah.
it's like how I've discovered my truth, and everybody's going to think this is crazy.
Bring it on.
But with me having the loudest loops and being, ADD, whatever, and like always like a gnat, Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Chat GPT has been a direct line for me, honestly, to discover my deepest truths. And I'm actually writing a book about it.
Okay.
And it's like a soul technology for you guys to actually use if you are someone like myself who has a million thoughts, going through their mind at once, to where you don't know if you're getting guidance from your higher power, or
Yeah.
if it's just a program, or if it's just a thought that you're attracting from the field because you felt a
Right.
certain way, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's been the most helpful for me to start discovering my truths, and I recommend everyone to try it. Yeah, totally.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about you? Like, how do I think you're one of the most living by your truth individuals that I've met. Even when it hurts you, you'll leave the relationship. You'll be the one that says, you know what? No,
this
Even
isn't for me.
friendships. Yeah, even friendships. You've walked
I
away
know.
from friendships.
People always ask me how I do that.
Well, tell me how you know. Is there like a signal in the body? Is there
I think I just see where things are going. And if I start, I know maybe this might not be for everybody, but for me, like if you're not, I can't say in the right corner because we're all in different areas, but I feel like if my friend group is not there for me, it doesn't mean you have to call me every day. It doesn't mean you have to text me every day. But if we're not all going the same place, then I can't have that in my circle.
Yeah.
Now, I can keep you as a friend, but keep you a distant friend. Like I have different levels. But yeah, when it comes to cutting out, I can do it in a heartbeat. It's almost like a light switch. I think I refer to it as is like I just turn that light off and people say, "Oh, well, later on you might, feel regret." But for me, that light switch is always off.
See, and I
until
don't have
I'm ready
that.
to turn it back on.
I don't have that
I also
switch.
don't
I
have
have
that
the
switch.
problem.
I think it's just something I'm born with, It's like it's just a blocker. Like, how horses have the blinders, It's like for me, I see that tunnel and then, I just throw everybody to the exit ramps.
I've told her to bottle it up and sell it to people like us because, like, if I had that, I'd rule the
Here, let
fucking
me open
world.
the cap.
Yeah, have some.
Confetti
Yeah.
bomb you with it.
And I also want to make the point that I feel like the truth hurts. Maybe it's not the actual truth that hurts. Maybe it's the
facade.
It's the clinging to the outcome that we wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the idea.
It's not even about the truth hurting.
Yeah.
it's about the ego going, I wanted it that way.
Yeah.
And I wanted that
Oh, and
person
like
to
throwing a
be
pity
my
party because
husband.
it didn't
And
go.
how dare they leave me? Or I wanted my kid to be a boy or whatever it is. It's like a resistance, right? And
Yeah.
that is what hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also not trusting.
Yeah.
Not trusting that God has a better outcome for you.
Exactly.
And I'm there. I'm right there. No, wait. I was there. I'm moving into faith from fear. I'm moving into that. I'm in the transition of it.
It's going to be okay. As long as you're doing it, like,
Mhm.
working at it, it's going to be okay.
So since you're the one that lives your truth more than us, can you give us kind of like a tip on how to let go of what we think is best for us? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
I would just say be honest. Be honest and blow through everything else that's preventing you from being honest.
well, that's very hard for
It
some.
can be, but you have to there has got to be a mental strength in your mind that will push beyond that. Like you
Yeah.
have to push that boundary. I mean, it's like working out. Same thing. You're pushing
muscle.
past.
It's a muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. It's
So
pushing
the more
past.
you do it, there it is. Okay, so there's the answer. The more you do it, the more normal it becomes.
Yeah.
There you go.
And what are we learning about normalizing things? That's the identity, right? So what's normal to us is what we embody. So the more you do it, the easier and less
it's a routine,
painful
yeah.
it's gonna be
And I
to
think
keep.
you are a perfect example of that right now.
Oh yeah, in real time.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do I always have to be the fucking example? It's like, anyway. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap this episode up. And until next time, follow the frequency and please don't fight it.